Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube page, where I'm always breaking down the hot sports topics of the day. I also preview and predict games on here as well, so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page here. I thought I'd take some time to discuss the trade today that sent Cy Young winner R.A. Dickey to the Toronto Blue Jays. The deal became official this afternoon after Dickey agreed to a $25 million two-year extension with the Blue Jays. So the deal sends R.A. Dickey and Josh Tolley north of the border to Toronto, and in return, the Mets get the Blue Jays' #1 prospect, Travis d'Arnaud, a catcher, starting pitching prospect, Noah Syndergaard, who's rated as the Blue Jays' third best prospect overall, John Buck, a veteran catcher, and another lower-level minor league prospect to be named later. I kind of have mixed feelings on the trade as a Met fan. First and foremost, I just want to thank R.A. Dickey. He's been a wonderful story the last 3 years for the Mets. He got a lot of attention last year, obviously, because he had an awesome season. But he's been solid for the Mets really the last 3 years. Last year, obviously, the highlight, 20-6, 2.73 ERA, and your National League Cy Young Award winner. I always got the feeling he was a regular guy who, as a last-ditch effort to save his career, experimented with this pitch. It worked out for him, and it's a guy you could just really get behind. And Toronto fans, you're getting a great guy, a guy that'll go out there for you and battle, every fifth day. And I wish R.A. Dickey nothing but the best of luck. He's never a guy that you could root against, that's for sure. And I hope he has a lot of success in Toronto. As far as this trade from a Mets standpoint now, you get d'Arnaud, top-rated catching prospect, Syndergaard, top-rated pitching prospect. And what you're seeing develop now for the Mets is a core of players they're going to build around. And that core of players is David Wright. Obviously, they locked him up to a huge extension this offseason. d'Arnaud, who is obviously now the catcher of the future for the Mets. Ike Davis, the power-hitting first baseman. And I think next year you'll see them go out and get a elite outfield free agent, because right now on the Mets roster, they don't even have like a credible, reliable major league outfielder. So they've done nothing to improve their outfield situation in the offseason. They're losing a 20-game winner now in Dickey. So I think next year you might see the Mets take a step back or maintain where they were this year. And now what the management's going to try to sell you on, is now 2014. Because along with those building blocks, from an everyday positional standpoint, they'll have the 4 pitchers: Wheeler, Neese, Harvey, and now Syndergaard. And those will be the cornerstones of your rotation. And as a Met fan, what do you have to hope? Well, you have to hope that Ricciardi, Alderson, and DePodesta have picked the right prospects, and that these guys can come up and have success with the Mets. Maybe some of them start sprinkling in this year. d'Arnaud and Wheeler, I think, and Harvey's already up, but d'Arnaud and Wheeler are probably the first two to come here. And, with prospects, you can hear all good news about them, but until you see them play, there's always that little bit of unease. And especially for a Mets fan, let's face it, whether it was the Game 7 loss in 06 to the Cardinals, the collapses in 07 and 08, and the kind of just terrible seasons they've had since then, there's not much patience, I think, left with Mets fans. I think they'll be patient this year because I think Mets fans have a kind of a good overall view of the direction that the organization is headed. But I just really hope these prospects come up and play well, because I think the patience for them once they come up to the major leagues might not be great, given how long now Mets fans have waited, been patient, and kind of been told, wait till next year, we have a plan. So that's why I think that it's imperative that Ricciardi, DePodesta, and Alderson have picked the right guys here. And if they have, look, the Mets could be set up to win for years to come. If they are not the prospects that these guys think they are, these 3 guys could be out of a job. So I like the long-term vision for the Mets. I like the fact that they're willing to have a plan and stick to it, which is tough to do in the New York market now, because the New York market is a lot of times viewed as a, hey, give it to me now kind of market. And the Mets are taking a long-term view on things. I respect them for doing that because I'm a fan that's in it for the long term. I hope these are the right guys to build on. What do you think? Do you agree with the trading of R.A. Dickey? Do you like the guys they got in return? What are your feelings on the situation, if you're a Met fan or just a baseball fan in general? But again, thanks, R.A., and good luck north of the border. You're going to rejoin your old teammate there, Jose Reyes. Wish you guys success. And hey, let me know what you guys think here on the YouTube comments. And I'm also on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. Thanks, guys.